Good morning.
Morning.
Hey,
Morning.
there you go. Hello.
How you doing?
My camera, my computer is lagging like hell today. All right.
Does that make it any better?
Yes, it's annoying me already.
Oh dear. I'm going to
it's the
mute
lag on
straight
my
away
camera.
because I'm just doing a bit of spraying,
Computer.
and then I'll come back and join you.
All right. You spray away, dear boy.
Okay. I'm just gonna check my.
Yeah. That lag is really bad.
Bloody internet.
No, frozen.
You guys carry on talking, and I'll try and sort this internet out.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
How are you, Gary?
I'm all right. Thanks, Tiff. How you doing? You well?
I'm all right. I'm surprised I am not crashed out because I was awake at 3 o'clock this morning, but I'm good.
3. You woke what? You woke up at 3, or you couldn't go to bed before 3?
I woke up.
Oh my God! Any particular reason? Or
No,
all right.
just awake.
Uh-huh.
But I'm good. I've just been pottering around doing housework.
Oh, that's very good of you.
Gotta kill the time somehow.
Yeah, true. Gosh, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I remember there used to be times like that. I remember our clocks used to have 3 o'clock in the morning on them. Been a long time since I had a 3 o'clock in the morning anything really. Not even getting up to go on holiday 3 o'clock in the morning.
Couldn't. I'm normally a night owl. I like staying up late hours
Mm-hmm.
and waking up late in the day. But trying to get into a routine.
Yeah. But we don't have that option with the dog needing walking at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm thankful. Willow tends to sleep in as much as I do.
But you're really lucky because our cats get fed when we come in. No, actually, no. When we get up before we go out, we feed the cats, so they're getting fed around about 8 o'clock. And if they're not fed and we're still in bed, one of them, Tilly, is literally coming over and going on your face. Where's my food? Where's my food?
She'll do. It's just
And then start pulling your hair. Where's my food? Wake up. Where's my food? Little madam.
How's the lag now?
It's better. Dad?
Yeah.
Hello, Willow.
Apparently the Wi-Fi has a problem with it. That's not good.
She was 2 on Saturday.
Wow.
Oh.
Bless her.
Awesome. So, what have you been up to, Gary, modelling wise?
I've finished my Jaguar.
Ooh.
I did finish my Jaguar. Shall I go and get it for you?
Yeah.
So, huge shout out to the people at the FX Spares department, by the way, for hooking me up with new undercarriage legs. But there it is, Operation Granby, with some res kit AIM-9 sidewinders on top, because I think they just look better than the FX ones. And also they come with the little covers for the sensor windows at the front. I put some remove before flight tags, RBF tags, all over it. And that's it. That's done. So build video, at least one build video, maybe 2, depending on how it edits, will be later this week. But a lovely, lovely thing, as long as you read the instructions properly and make sure you know. With the undercarriage, I think dry fitting with the undercarriage is critical, absolutely critical to getting it right. And as soon as you get it right, as soon as you get one side right, you go, oh, I see how that all works now. It's an absolute breeze. The rest of the kit is lovely to build, absolutely lovely. So very, very happy with that.
Excellent. Looks good.
Thank you.
On account, our illustrious Aussie has turned up.
Yes.
Aha. G'day, John.
G-Day.
Hello.
G-Day.
G'day.
Yeah. So, like, but, you know, doing the other stream, so that's okay. That Jaguar looks magic, Gary. Well done.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm really happy with it.
Looks good. So, John, now that you've finally decided to join us, have you been up to any modelling?
I've done a bit of negative modelling.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
You've
what-
dropped
when you
something.
You mean you've
so you
taken
go
some
back-
apart?
Yes.
You dropped it.
No, I haven't dropped it. I just
You put it on backwards, didn't you?
No. So there's video evidence from the stream last week where the wing went on the correct way, but I've taken the top wing off the SE5A again to access where the all the struts and everything, the rigging goes, because it's more complicated than the Camel. So there's 4 bits on each side there, so I had to access those. So they're all stuck on now. Also, these cabane struts I'd painted wood color. They're actually meant to be green, so I painted them green again. And yeah, so I've just, as I say, I've taken the top wing off to get more of these bits of easy line stuck on there, so I can. And once that goes on, I'll just sort of just hook them up, have it half done, if you like. What else? I had to paint, other bits and bobs. So I wasn't happy with the decals on the rudder, so I'd taken that off, painted that insignia blue, white, and red, and then I painted over a bit with the olive green, and do the same with the dark yellow, and yada yada. So as I mentioned, a bit of negative modelling, but it's on the way.
Cool.
It'll be, it's just complicated. Oh, then the fact that I broke my last, I can't see it now. Oh, I have these icky sticky drill bits, and I'd broken my last 0.4 mil one, so I need to order some more of those. But I think I'll adapt and overcome. I use a 0.6 mil drill, and I don't think you could even see it on camera, so that's okay. So I'll just, it's all ready to go for the tail rigging and everything else. But yeah, that's me. I'll just, for the next hour and a bit or so, 2 hours, I'll just be struggling with this and trying to hold my tongue right and all that. Good gack. But yeah,
Cool.
There's a couple of these upper, like the connection points had broken off and remain in the wing. So it's not going to be as tight fitting as it was before until it's all rigged, and that'll sort of spring it all together anyway. But there we go. So I'll just, as I say, I'll just continue with this. But yeah, that's me. Back to the studio.
Gary, what have you been up to, Mr. Morris?
Can't tell you, it's secret.
Ah. Fair enough.
But what I will tell you is I've built it.
Oh, well, there we go.
All I've got to do now is paint it, weather it, and then make a base for it.
Is it a members only secret or is it a normal secret?
It is a members only secret.
Ooh, so don't forget, you got to incorporate something to do with the channel as well.
I know.
I look forward to seeing what it
If you can find it.
is.
Apart from that, I've had a very good weekend.
Good. What about you, Modest?
The only thing I've been doing is the Smokey and the Bandit car. I got the engine painted up.
Nice. Looks
It's
nice and blue.
It
Seeing you
was
brush paint that, well done.
Yeah. Considering that it was weird that it was blue.
Yeah,
Most
American
engines
muscle
are blue.
cars have weird engines like that.
Yes.
Very good.
Nothing other than that.
And Maleficent's joined us.
Morning, Mighty Mal. Morning, mate.
Mighty Mal. Hello, Mal.
Is he here?
He is.
What?
What?
We said
Did you say?
Huh?
I didn't hear you. Did you say something?
yeah, we said hello.
I said I heard that.
All right. No, that was it. No, we're all here.
Yes.
Even
What have you been
Benji.
up to, Mel? Other
I'm
than
not sure what I
terrorising
showed you.
John.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I showed you. I finished the Sea Fury. Did I show you that last?
Yeah.
And the P51.
Sea Fury.
Nice.
So that they're done. I've been working on trying to get the AI, the model that should never have been started, the IAR81C. I have added a couple of things like the tail skid, the intake, the carburetor intake, which is a tropicalized one. Another exhaust that I found. And I've been trying to get the undercarriage together, and that's been fun. Not a lot, but on the last session I managed to sort out the problem, or well, probably wasn't the problem. The legs are looking all right.
Bring it back up.
Legs are looking all right. These connectors on the upper part of the leg, and there's one and a notch in the lower part of the doors, and they should be almost touching, but there's no way in the setup will that ever happen. So I was trying to get the narrowest gap and get them as near parallel as possible. Problem was this top piece is flat, so that sits on this squared piece here. The other two pieces I've got a cut out that sit around the leg where those bands are. This one is 32. That one went all right. That went sort of more or less like that, but I'd lost the center connector piece. See the center, but I found it in a box.
Yeah.
This undercarriage one, similarly, but I'd lost the bottom piece and I couldn't find that, so I scratch built it. But for some reason, the two just wouldn't marry up at all, and I've been farting around with it for 2 days.
Yeah.
I finally managed to sort of get it so it something like, but nobody will know because I'm not going to tell anybody.
All of us.
Nobody watches this.
No, I know. No, I thought I won't mention it, and nobody will be any the wiser. Yeah. As long as it's on the table itself, it really gives a toss. I mean, yeah, it'll look reasonably good stood on its legs, as long as I've got the undercarriage. At the moment, all I've got the position is like a square blip on the top and a square hole that's something like in the undercarriage bays, but the rake of the legs is dependent on the retraction jacks, of course. Or to get the retraction jacks in position. I did think about drilling through that little racetrack shape top end and put a pin through, but so I'm going to have fun fitting undercarriage, but not today, because that's for me time. I'm going to need a lot of Zen time. And
Zen
is that one of those Is that one of those bills that's not appropriate before the watershed?
But well, it's like adding all the dangly bits to finish the thing off. There's always going to be something that never. You have to work out how you're going to do it on some kits like this. I know where the undercarriage goes. I know how it goes, but to get it raked forward the correct amount. I mean, you could say you just stick it in the hole.
Yeah.
But that's never just the case. If it's a nice tight fit and it's a locking thing, a la Tamiya, it's fine. But with kits like this, it's not. It can be in any number of configurations. I've got to line them both up as well. So obviously, because there's two. So what I tend to do, I take it through to my photographic area, clear everything off that, so I've got a larger possible area with a white thing on. Zen. Have the model upside down, fixed on something to support it, and then go for it, and then cry at the end if it don't work.
Right, I have got
take it apart and try again.
I've got a shed load of comments to get through.
Right.
Starting from 5:30 this morning.
Oh, here they go.
Oh,
That was me.
Sorry, I'll do it, Tiff. There's
Okay.
loads to get through. You just carry on building. Tiff says, "Good morning, folks. 6 hours to go to the live stream."
No, twofold.
G3 says, "안녕하세요, Tiff C." Or something. Hello.
Hello.
Well, there was a page or two of comments to this podcast. It's all disappeared. Julian, Hagrid, and I were in competition. Why does that not surprise me that Julian and Hagrid were in competition? That's just like how these streams go now.
I was going to say that's normal.
Yeah. Matthew says, "Hi, everyone." Hello, Matthew.
Hello, Matthew.
Gary says, no, Dieter says, "Hi, Gary. Yep, we are the motley spammer crew to get the lube and subscribe with comments up."
In there, moving groove, you know you want to.
Yeah. She says, "Yeah, the comments tend to reset themselves at a certain point before the stream starts."
I'm going to someone. Who is it?
Right, I need to put my top secret project to one side, out of view.
Tiff says, "Anyway, welcome in, folks. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way in or on your way out. Thank you."
On the door on the left.
Okay. David says, "Morning, all." Morning, David.
Oh, David.
Thing.
Mod is saying good morning to David. G3 saying, "David, good morning." David saying, "Morning, Tiff. Saw you were up early this morning."
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to skip conversations between people. G3 says, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Brum, brum."
Yeah. Start your engines. Right.
Drew says, "Good morning, afternoon, evening, and happy Monday."
Yeah. Happy Monday. Hi, Joe.
David says, "Good day, all."
G'day, David. And I believe you recently subscribed to Chairforce Hobbies, so thank you very much.
Ooh.
I can put some content on it soon.
So, are you and John going to be competing for the Wednesday slot?
No, because
Fight to
my
the
life,
death.
my life is slightly more upside down than John's is. Considering he's in Australia, that's difficult. But no, it's as and when, I'm afraid, at the moment.
Yeah. Good day, Jim. Dieter saying meow for some reason.
Meow.
Because I had Willow in my. I had to
Oh.
hold a Willow, didn't I?
G3 saying, "Oi, I've got Gary Evans' podcast and Bearded Veterans on at the same time."
Wow.
Jim says, I see the official Gary Stuff Halo is in place and ready for duty.
Of course.
Definitely.
Jim says, good t-shirt, Marley.
Yeah. No. Thank you.
Come on. Is he changing? Steve says, hi all. Hope you're all
Steve.
well.
Hello, Steve.
All right, Steve.
All right, Dave. What am I looking
Hobby
for?
Time says, hi guys. Hello, Hobby Time. Dieter says he's starting his secret build this week.
Wow. I am going to be... Now I've finished painting my secret build. For the rest of today, I will be working on the Kranken Panzerwagen. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that once upon a time, didn't we?
Yes. Well, it's, that's where I got to.
Yes.
So I need
let's zoom in.
I need to do some more work on it, and it ain't got no wheels on it yet,
Oh no.
or decals, or weathering, but it has got. It has got
a base. Because it's all about the base
base.
with Share Force Hobbies.
Yeah, it's all about bases now.
Oh, yeah. Jim said, Gary, secret MI6, but not words to the Eskimos.
Yeah. Secret mission. Funny.
Oh, there you go. Timmy says, good day, panel and chat. Hope you're all well.
Oh, it's nice to get a out of the system this early in the show.
It is.
Right.
Gary says, g'day, g'day. Ian says, is Mal like groundskeeper Willie? Don't read his mind between 5 and 6. That's Willie's time.
Not sure what that means.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mal. I have no idea.
It's from The Simpsons, isn't it?
Ah, well, I wouldn't know then.
There's a scene in The Simpsons where
Oh, yeah, I know.
To read Willie's mind, and he says, "Don't read my mind between 5 and 6. That's Willie's time." Because he doesn't want to keep seeing his thoughts.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'd say that's any time of the day. You don't want to be in this one.
Scott says, hello, everyone. Hello, Scott.
Scott.
Hello.
Scott from Tasmania. Oh, I was talking to Callum from Columbus Models this morning.
Oh, yes.
He's got a new podcast starting soon.
Oh.
It's called... I can't remember what it's called.
Funny name for a podcast. Hello and welcome to... I can't remember what it's called.
I know what it's about. I just can't remember what it's called. Hang on.
Hello and welcome to Vert the Ferk.
Seamless link. You knew it in rehearsals, Mikey.
Oh, mate, I'm knackered. I'm running on very little sleep.
This show always runs on rails. So smooth.
There you go. I thought it was. It's called Duds of War. And it's a podcast discussing different military vehicles and equipments that were crap.
Oh.
And failed.
Oh.
There's
a lot of them, isn't there?
Yeah. The SA-80 will be mentioned then.
Well, the A1, yeah, but the A2 is fine. I never had any problems with it. But yeah, so at the minute it's just on Spotify. He's got the first episode up on Spotify, and he's just sorting out YouTube channel for it at the minute.
So you didn't have any problems with the A2, you say?
Yes.
Surely everyone you fixed it for did, though.
I wasn't an armourer. Although I did share one of the guys in my tent in Iraq, he was an armourer. And I walked into the tent one day and found him looking through the wrong end of the SUSAT scope. And I said, "What the hell are you doing?" And he went, "This is amazing." And I went, "What?" And he went, "You can see both ways through the SUSAT." And I went, "Yeah." He went, "I never realised that." And I went, "You're the fucking armourer. How did you not realise you can look through both ends of the scope?"
Well, it speaks volumes.
So I made sure I looked after my rifle after that. Dieter says he's still working on a Dutch cheese F-16C, stars to stick on, and they are legion, for they are many. Duke says, "Good day, all you beautiful people. I will catch you up soon." Hello, Duke.
Duke.
Hello, Duke.
Dieter says, "Nia finished her secret build in the meantime to make sure she got hers done on time." Yeah,
Oh,
no problem. Nia and Dieter won awards at their local modelling competition.
Oh, you
Brilliant.
see that? Amazing
They
job.
got silvers and bronzes.
well done. Nice one,
Excellent.
Nia.
Yeah, got a trophy and everything.
Excellent.
Matthew says, "Now we can mention the competition. Thank you for the motivation to try two things I have never attempted before. I dread to think what they are."
Yeah.
Deed says, "Base, Oshita base. All base
Oshita
belongs to us."
Oshita base.
Yeah. Ian says, "It's all about the buttery biscuit base. And Tish put a link to Columbus Models in. Do go and check him out. He does scale modeling videos on there, and he's got some of his podcast videos up there as well. From his other podcasts that he's done. They're really interesting. A lot of it's talking about military history, military vehicles, and things. Yeah. Close up on the chat. Boom.
Coolio. Oh.
Okay.
It's a
Jim
spray day.
says, "I won a gold medal once. So pleased at my achievements, I had it bronzed."
What a good idea. Don't put it there, you dozy.
Oh,
Right.
I built the kangaroo of those little things.
Right, I'm going to mute. I'm back in the booth.
Okay. Looks
Can't
good, that
do it.
modders.
They're adorable.
Oh, thanks. Oh, you mean the kangaroo?
Yeah.
Did you all see the new stickers or merch designs that I put up over the weekend?
Yes.
How cool
No.
are they? Not seen them.
No.
They do look pretty cool in black and white, like.
Yeah. Hang on. I shall show you now. Get me phone. Okay. So zoom.
Oh, yeah.
How cool does that look? And then Beardy the dragon, Gary the lion, Waitrose the chimp, and Marley the kangaroo.
Cool.
And they're all on sticks. And they actually look really cool on the prints and things,
Doing them out of base.
and on the notebooks and stuff. You can get all sorts on there, apparently.
Okay, now we've got to make a mess of this.
Jim says kangaroo, or as Sylvester the cat mistook it for, a giant moose. Ian says there's a kangaroo, Tiff. Not seen that in the shops.
Hmm.
Robert Harris says, finally managed to coordinate lunch, memory, and YouTube. So the usual suspects were mentioned earlier, and they are here. Hello, Robert.
Hello.
Glad to have you
Hello.
with us.
Oh, hi, Bob. By the way, I've got a package to send to Mikey, and I am putting half of your recent contribution, let's say, to the channel. I've put the mechanized half in the package for our friend Mikey to have a go at. So thanks very much for sending them, mate.
Am I going to have a lot of cut fingers?
Well, it depends how clever you are, mate.
Not very.
Yes, you are.
In that case, yes.
Jim says,
I'd book a pint of blood and an appointment fairly soon then.
I have a whole drawer full of first aid stuff that I've maybe used once.
Well,
They
you're
should
going to
be
get the use out of them.
You're going to have to replenish that stock.
Yeah.
Jim looks like the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Tiff, yes, Ian, took a while to find it. Ordered the others from Jadlam's this morning. Ooh.
Yes.
Jadlams.
David says, working on the Mosquito, lower fuselage for this Coastal Command 44 is deck 10. Excellent. Look forward to seeing that.
Okay.
I do have to say, and with the greatest of respects to my co-hosts, I love you. It comes from a place of love and respect. But if those are the four horsemen of the apocalypse, I don't think the apocalypse is much to bloody worry about.
Nah, I think we'll be fine.
I think everyone's fine.
Yeah. Robert says, warn him about the first aid requirements. Does it come with a free med pack? Gary says, question on the competition. Does it have to be just Airfix kits as prizes? I have a number of different kit brands I can donate to Mr. John Marley for him to distribute, etc. No. I mean, it doesn't have to be Airfix kits as prizes. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome. Arrange it with John.
Which I haven't looked at Discord yet. I've been very tardy. I've been busy lately. I actually went out with family yesterday. Had a wonderful day. In Sydney, having a look around it's a Sydney Aquarium. Yeah, but it's all like fish and whatnot from Australasia. It's just Oceania. It's really, really amazing.
Basically, aquatic life from the southern hemisphere that wants to kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but then you got other things that don't. Things that just want to have fun, like dugongs.
Sorry?
Stuff.
Oh,
Dugongs.
manatees. I love manatees. They're really cool.
Who's spraying?
Me.
Sorry.
I'm not spraying, I'm cleaning my airbrush.
It's all right. Hang on.
Yeah, they all say that.
Yeah,
Oh, I found
probably a really wet fart.
it. Jim says, I don't know, Mr. Evans. That monkey looks quite menacing.
Yeah.
Ian says, oh, I was on Jadlam's yesterday and forgot to look for those UG. Have you seen them, Mal?
What's that?
The UG things. Modders found them. They're like 3D. There you go. 3D dragons and things like that.
All right. That's cool.
Made out of cardboard.
All right.
The kangaroo. I've got Highland cow.
Oh, the missus like that. She likes the Highland coos.
And there's a little bat as well.
Like you hang it upside down.
Yeah, it's actually hung on my microphone.
All right. It's cool.
Joe says, regarding the competition, Mikey, when and how do we send the 2 pics of the model? Right. Joe, are you on? Is Joe on Discord? Modders.
I don't know.
I believe so.
Okay.
Let me
2
check.
seconds.
This is Sea Fury competition.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Cool.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
I'm going to say because I built one.
No, this is the starter set. I'm just about to stab myself with display tweezers. Not a good idea.
It's the
I have like
members.
what start set, just using what's in the comes in the box.
You can do what you want with it. Either start set or a gift set. But if you're doing a beginner, you just make the model. If you're experienced, you have to put it into a vignette or diorama. Or
All
if you want to enter the channel members one, which is only for the channel members, then it has to incorporate some elements about the channel as well.
Right.
It's like watching Taskmaster.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's like watching Tar Set.
Okay. So,
Oh God.
Joe, if you go into Discord and shoot the breeze, I'll post it again now. All the information is on there. 2 seconds. I shall post it in the Discord. I don't know why my phone's being so slow.
I'll just have to repair my Kranken Panzerwagen.
Oh dear.
That's ironic.
Yeah,
Medic.
Mhm.
Which bit?
I managed to snap one of the arches, removing the.
Cripes.
There you go, Joe. I've just posted it in the Discord. All the information is on that sheet, and at the bottom is the channel email address.
Oh, sheet and instruction.
Oh, speaking of which, John,
Hello.
I think it was David the other day talking. You need to create a channel email address to make things easier for communication.
All right.
Yeah.
It just makes things a little bit easier.
That told you.
If people haven't got Discord and stuff, they can still contact your channel.
Yeah.
That
See?
makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Git.
Because what we can do then is have all the channel emails going across the bottom.
Well,
So,
I'll probably have one, but I'll have to. All right. I am making a mess of this, trying to get these wings back on.
Tim says, almost lost it when Mal said the competition was the Sea Fury. I just bloody finished mine.
now the Sea Fury is the new Friday build.
Yes.
Yeah. You've
Well,
inspired
that's
me,
where I got the
Timbo.
idea from.
Oops.
Thursday is Big Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tim's just probably on the ground laughing, saying, "What? It's what? They're doing what?" Hmm.
So,
I'm looking forward to both of those models.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have
Fire
to say,
engine.
I'm particularly looking forward to the Sea Fury because back to an
Are
aeroplane.
you really?
Back where I'm happiest.
Oh, Wait Rose.
Yeah.
I suggest Callum's going to be doing a C5 build. I suggested he get in touch with you because you might have some research material from your dad's squadron.
Yeah, possibly so. Yeah. I might have a few bits and pieces around, but I can always answer questions as well. If that's cool. What he's doing 47? Is he the career one?
I think so. I'm not sure. He just said he's doing the naval one.
Well,
Well, all
be the
C5s
career
are
one.
naval, technically.
depends how long he spends on it.
Yeah. Biggest thing I can at any time anyone wants going to make a Korean War C-Fire 47 is don't put loads of weathering on it, because I did on one I built for my dad, and he went mental because their planes were absolutely spotless throughout the whole of the war.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Apparently, the CO had visited an American ship and noticed that their planes were all nice, and he thought, well, if our Americans can do it, then so can we. And the planes were washed every time they landed. Well, the ones that stayed in one piece, obviously, the ones that had their tails ripped off or the undercarriage collapsed or whatever, they didn't bother with. But
Well, there's that. Yeah.
before they threw them over the side.
They'll wash them before they.
A practice that they
Deep six them.
continue to do, especially I believe on
Americans,
board the Harry S. Truman.
Yeah.
What was it? Lost 2 in a week.
Mm.
Yeah. And Queen Elizabeth lost one, didn't they? Chucked it off the front.
Oh, that was a naval related issue. That was.
Yeah, the pilot was too busy looking at his navel instead of flying. Picking lint out of his belly button.
Apparently, that
Jim
aircraft is still hanging upside down in a hangar at Marham.
Jim went to the biggest school in the world because apparently he went with someone called C. Fury.
Oh, of course you did. Of course you did. Yeah.
Wouldn't expect any less. Right.
I'm going to
So,
put the wheels on the half track in a minute. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
All right. So that wing is gluing. It's sort of straight, and it's the right way around. Thank you for asking, but I'll let that set, and I'll concentrate on the.
Yeah, we know.
Oh.
No,
We
no.
have to double check.
Yeah. Well, it's watching out for a mate. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
Making
I'm so
sure-
grateful for these.
Making sure if he does cock it up, he does it spectacularly so we can all laugh about it.
And in
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we
yes.
can sell the Grand Fromage so that he can put it all over the world.
Yes. We wouldn't like a simple little mistake to go unnoticed.
You.
No, sir.
You, sir.
No, sir.
Second one in. Second one in.
Right.
So according to my records, which way round does it go? Oh, I nearly put it on the wrong way round. Nearly did a Marley.
Oh,
Would you believe it? I nearly did a Marley.
One goat. One goat. That's all it takes.
One goat does plenty.
Mm.
Very tasty goat.
Never.
Kangaroos like
Very much like lamb.
kangaroos, all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a bit gamey.
Hmm.
Depends how it's cooked.
Like a gamey steak.
How many
Oh, yeah,
times
that's-
Marley's run over it?
It does not taste like chicken.
You, it does not taste like chicken at all.
I'm not constantly running it over. I'm tenderizing it.
Kieran says, "Afternoon all. Sorry I'm late." All right, buddy.
That's all right.
Welcome.
I take it you've got a letter from the doctor to explain why.
Or a letter from Mum.
Wow.
No, it's the wrong way round. Don't do a Marley. Come on. You should know this by now.
All right, 2 goats. It was 2 goats.
Right. Got some bleeding wheels on it now.
Tim says, "We have a coat of arms, sausages too, made of kangaroo and emu. Not bad." Ah, that's why the emus are so angry with you guys.
Bloody big drumsticks.
Bloody great big drumsticks, cobber.
What the
Is that how Tim Tams are made?
It's a Tim Tam production line.
Oh,
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 oh
look at
my god.
that. I think I might have to have a moment to myself, chaps. I'll be back in a minute.
G3 says, John Marley, are you still planning on going to HMAS Albatross at NORA? If so, a date and approximate time, I'll be flying into NORA to get the Learjet serviced at the Lear Fleet Services. Copy 2.
Right.
Very nice.
So Nowra, yeah, I am. I'm looking at going down to Nowra because one of the American podcast Model Geeks,
Yes.
Darren Cook or D-Ran is in town. He's visiting Australia for work, so he's down in Nowra. And I'm thinking, well, it's about 5 hours south, and I'm thinking about going for a drive to say good day. Is it probably worthwhile going down for a coffee? Because I've not met him. We've done the 48 and 48 for a couple of years, and I've spoken to him, but I've never met the guy, so I'd like to do that.
Does he
So
know
yes,
you're going to
I'd
be
like to. So it's looking at like the weekend of the 24th of this month, but I can't guarantee that you're going to be able to come over from South Korea. So you've got further to travel than I do.
Fire up the Learjet.
Oh, and there's also plans may change because I'm also going to go to Melbourne because a thing.
Thing.
Well,
Well, aren't you just a font of information?
a thing. The Australians Model Expo 2025. Look at that. It's a Hercules. Isn't that lovely? Oh, look. He whip
I whip it.
Oh, whip it good.
Hey.
So this is where it is. It's this place called. Oh, you can't read that. I'll zoom in a bit. So Sandown Racecourse at Springvale in Melbourne.
It's just down the road from me. What are you talking about, Sandown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so we grew up
outside of
in
Hampton
Springvale
Court.
South. We used to get off the train at Sandown and walk home. So literally, I grew up where this thing is now. So yeah,
That's
but
10,000 miles.
a Hercubird aircraft too. Yeah, lovely. That's a good job.
Cool. Have you started the Victor yet, John?
No, because right, okay. Tonight's stream, presently, I had a choice of two things. I had broken my last 0.4 drill bit,
All
and
right.
I thought, well, I can wait and just push this aside until they arrive next week or so, and crack on with the Victor, start the Victor. But I thought, no, I am enjoying this. I'm going to finish this one off, I think, before I start the Victor. But the Victor is the next build. Yes.
Cool.
I asked my friend Gary, and he said, "Do anything but the Victor." So the Victor it is. No.
I'm going to think of a next build for myself, but
There you go. Robert says, Emu, a cheap knockoff copy of an ostrich. It's an emulation. Ho ho.
oh,
Oh.
and you win the Malcolm Childs Poor Joke Award.
Oh.
Jim says, what's a short drive in Australia? 1,000 kilometers?
Well, admittedly, a 500k drive it's not a short drive, but yeah, distances
Really?
are long here. But
You do
well,
surprise me.
Well, a short drive is maybe an hour and a half or so, 2 hours.
It's a straight line anyway, isn't it?
Oh, it really depends. Like right now you've got to avoid floodwaters, so it's a couple of detours and all.
Oh, we know what happened the last time you tried to avoid floodwaters.
Yeah. Where's my? Oh no! Where is it?
Yeah.
There. Is that my feet?
500-mile drive is fairly short. I can get from here to Scab, which is on completely the opposite end of the country, side of the country, in 134 miles.
Yeah, from what I understand, there's no place in the UK that's further than 37 kilometers, maybe it's miles, from ocean.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's going to be a bit more than that,
I
maybe.
think it's more than I think it's about 70 miles.
70 miles, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, 70 miles. Is it?
I
Still,
thought it was
you know,
70 miles. Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
But it's not far.
It's not far.
No.
No.
That's because we is an island.
So is we.
No, you're not. You're a continent, aren't you?
And an island. An island, a continent, in fact.
that's greedy, isn't it?
Yeah. Typical. Typical. That's what happens when you send convicts down there. You see, they take it all.
We didn't send convicts. You did.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
You know, as I said before, like Australia was always destined to succeed. Our founding fathers were chosen by the best judges in England.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. You know, I went on that steam train on Saturday.
Yeah.
Is
The
that
one,
good?
the one I sent pictures of, and the one I had a doom bar on.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one. Yes, yes.
Well, let's put it like this: it's the Telford Steam Railway, and they're hoping to lengthen the line so it will run eventually to Ironbridge, which will be a 6 or 7 mile line, and now that's costs a lot of money to do that. At the moment, it's a very, very short line, i.e., we went backwards and forwards to the same station 6 times whilst we were eating our fish and chips.
Oh,
But it was very nice. But my point was that the very next day, and unfortunately I had to miss it, they had
Thomas the Tank.
classic cars there, and there are going to be quite a lot of Model T Forwards.
Ah.
what are the
Yeah,
odds?
you missed one.
In fact, there was one already there, but it had a bloody great tarp over it, so I couldn't get a picture of it.
A top
So
build.
is it fair to say, Gary, that we're sort of converting you to trains and Model Ts?
No.
Wooden ships.
I was on the train because it was bought for me as a birthday present by my son. I was on there for fish and chips. Now,
You went for the food.
funny story. When Lee booked it, you have to book the meal what you wanted exactly next to your name. So next to my name, it said fish chips, mushy peas.
Right.
Next to my wife's name, then this is my son's doing. All he put there was large sausage.
Right.
So when it came, the meal, in a very nice polystyrene tray, wrapped in paper from the local chip shop, Marion had sausage and fish and chips. The reason she didn't want the fish was because she wasn't sure how the batter had been done because of her allergies. So I ended up with two large pieces of fish.
Okay. So, how was the fish and chip experience? Was it worth it?
Very nice. Fish and chips is always worth it.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
you're right. But it depends on the type of fish. Like I had some in Qatar, worst fish I've ever tasted.
Oh no, this was cod. This was this was lovely.
Lovely.
And then last night I went to the pub with Jake.
Ooh, getting him drunk at 14.
No, he had a Coke. I managed to
So,
get.
hang on.
I managed to
You
get
took
4
your-
pints. I managed to get 4 pints of Enville ale down my neck.
So hang on. Last year or the year before, you took your 18-year-old granddaughter to Sausage Fest.
That's on again this year.
Yeah. And now
Forgot
you're
about the
taking your 14-year-old grandson to the pub.
Yeah, he was there with his mother and his grandmother, and our friend Jane, and the ladies had their meals. And me and Ricky had burger and chips.
Burger and chips.
You just go full Jeremy Clarkson then, did you?
In the world.
Right.
Burger and chips. Oh, get in the hole.
That's
That's
what
what
she
she
said.
Robert says, practicing dad jokes to annoy my daughter.
Good. I have a book of dad jokes.
Oh, Morgan's staying over for a week from Wednesday. Should be fun. Gary says, I'll be there. 24th family home is in Jarvis Bay.
Oh, right. There you go.
Yeah.
That's not far from Nowra, by the way. Jarvis Bay.
Jim
It's
says,
the port of our national capital, Canberra. It's nowhere near Canberra.
Jim says, only 70 miles. That's a short drive for me. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as further away than that.
You know, every national capital has to have a port
Yeah.
as a definition. So they name one that's hundreds of kilometres away.
The UK is punched well above its weight over the years, isn't it? Considering how small an island it is.
Mm-hmm.
Considering at one point it had one of the world's biggest navies.
Well, this is, I was listening to a podcast, and that's one of the things they're saying is one of the differences between Europe and Britain militarily is Britain was naval dominant, whereas the European continent was land forces dominant.
Yes, I'm not a fan of dominant navals.
Well, you know, you're more a fan of innies?
Yeah, not outies.
Right.
Hobby Time says, I live in the Midlands, and the nearest sea from me is 98 miles away.
Whereabouts are you, Hobby Time?
Is that as the crow flies, or is that by road? Gary says, I drive to Sydney, Melbourne, and back in a day. 1,400 to 1,500 kilometres. Yeah, I just wouldn't do that.
In a
Telford
day,
was
no,
far enough
I
away.
wouldn't do that. Oh, well, you're talking about your Hornet or your Mirage. Yeah, you would.
You all right, Gary?
Yeah. Just breathing in some fumes here. I'm okay.
Oh, well,
You need to quit the cigars, mate.
I need to order some cigars. Thanks for reminding me.
see?
Always
I'm
like
encouraging the habit.
No, it's just like twice a year, pretty much. Oh, the last night of our holiday before we come home, I like to sit out somewhere and enjoy a cigar and a glass of something agreeable and relax and enjoy life. So I need a cigar to smoke in Budapest.
Robert says, I help in Devon, the only county with two separate coastlines.
Yeah.
Very nice coastlines they are too.
G3 says South Korea is only 290 kilometers from corner to corner, 20 minutes by air.
Yeah, wow.
Robert says, my geographical oddities, please. Or more geographical oddities, please. Pub quiz data.
Okay, there's as Dieter asked me a question the other day. He said, is there actually a Mount Disappointment in Australia? Yes, there is.
It's just outside John Marley's front garden.
I was going to say,
Yeah. Just behind his bedroom door.
Governor Lachlan Macquarie named it after his wife.
Nice one.
No, because they climbed it to get a view of the ocean and how far it was from Port Phillip Bay and stuff like that, but they couldn't see anything after an arduous climb because it was so densely foliated that they couldn't see the forest for the trees. So they climbed down without seeing a thing. But they're all worn out when they got to the bottom.
That'll teach them.
Yeah. Hobby Time says the Sausage and Cider Fest is just down the road from me.
Good.
Yeah, there you go. You could join Gary at Sausage Fest.
It's not. They're not calling it Sausage and Cider Fest this year.
Probably because they saw our stream.
I think they're just calling it Cider Fest.
Wow, bad press, I guess. Not that there's anything wrong
Yeah,
with sausage, I've been told. You do you.
For some reason, I've been banned.
I think they realised that they got it wrong when Gary turned up in his lederhosen with an 18-year-old girl.
Well, there's that, but
I think they're trying to discourage that sort of behaviour this year. Hobby Times is not far from Derby.
Derby. I'm Telford, so home of Scale Model World.
Dieter says 1,500 miles is what I do average per month. Do you know what? I've had my car over a year now, and it's still only done 3,500 miles.
Well, when I was working, I was doing over 1,000 miles a week, and that probably contributed to my first stroke.
Yeah. Dieter says trip to Austria, off we go.
Austria.
All the way to Denmark, sure. Yeah, I just couldn't be bothered driving that far. I quite like the fact I quite like having everything fairly local. I don't really need to go anywhere else.
Local schmokel.
Yes.
Sonic absolutely loves driving, so he'd love that. If he could be in the car all day, every day, he would.
Yeah, see, for me, driving's just become, meh. It's just a necessary evil. Tim says, I used to knock off work on a Friday and then drive to HMAS Cerberus, Western Port Bay, Victoria, to Canberra. Spend a day with the missus, then drive back on Sunday, 730 kilometres each way. Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, it's a fair drive. No, I mean, you just don't know how boring Cerberus is.
All I'll say is, Tim, that's love for you.
Then again, Sonic drives 100-mile to come down and see me.
Things you do for love.
Yeah.
I like driving, but the journey from here to up north, always the same route. I've been doing it for over 40 years. It just drives me around the bend now. I've literally had enough of it. I can't wait for the drive out of here.
The last time you drive up the A30.
Don't do the A30, M5, M42 particularly, the worst road in the country. It's driven me into despair. With a vengeance.
So I have a choice, a pick for the worst road in the UK. Driven it twice. It's awful. The one that goes from Dover to say,
A2, M2.
Oh, I don't know. No. The one that goes along the south coast is not. It's not a motorway. It just.
All
Portsmouth or whatever.
them deflated boats sort of block the road a little bit, don't they?
Well, you have to. You have to stop and let other cars pass you, and they pull in the mirrors as they're going past rock walls and stuff. The whole thing's just awful, terrible.
But we like to call it home.
Well, it's almost like they haven't sort of improved the road since that that guy.
What I don't understand is why you drove down
the place in 1066. Because we were in Devon, heading towards Portsmouth.
Oh, right.
You have driven
not
down
Devon. Sorry, not
Road,
Devon.
then.
Not Devon. Dover, heading towards Portsmouth.
Well, Devon and Cornwall roads, they're narrow.
Oh, they're thin, yeah. But you're going to be in for a difficult time going that way.
I think some of the narrowest roads I've driven on were in Cyprus in the villages. You can just get a car down them. in some of the mountain villages.
Yeah. See, driving around here is not too bad because where I am, we've got the coast road like a couple hundred meters away.
Yeah.
And then we've got the main dual carriageway that goes across the whole of North Wales.
The
Like literally
mighty
2 miles up the road.
A55.
Yeah. And to be fair, that A55 is not bad in terms of traffic. Especially since they've put the average speed cameras along it. Traffic flows a lot better now.
Why didn't I get good speed cameras? Couldn't afford them, eh?
Somebody was
Trouble is,
complaining when they
they've only
put them
got to
up.
clock everyone going 21 miles an hour, and they paid for them.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They're average speed cameras, so you can do more than the speed limit. As long as you're doing the same amount, but less than the speed limit by the time you get halfway between the two cameras.
That is a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
The trick with them things is to know how fast you're actually doing on your speedometer, because most
Yeah.
speedometers are set between 4 and 6 miles fast.
Mm.
And I go off my sat nav,
Yeah, the
which is
GPS.
about 6 miles an hour difference.
Mm.
So I overtake people, usually women, excuse me, but it is doing under 50 in the 50 mile an hour zone, because of keeping under the average speed limit. And blokes as well, but you follow the trucks. The trucks are overtaking cars.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. They're actually doing 50 mile an hour.
Yeah. Sorry, I take no offense to the whole women driver thing. They
No,
are
well,
the worst.
But it's true. I'm not knocking women drivers saying that. It's just that what they're doing is driving below the average speed of 50 mile an hour, which puts them. That's on their speedo. So if the speedo's 6 mile an hour fast, they're doing like 40 mile
50.
an hour or whatever. Yeah, they're not doing 50. So
Yeah.
they're not doing anybody any favors.
I've got a story to tell. Something happened the other day that I'm concerned about. And it's not politics. It's okay. But here we go. So, okay, first of all, here's a throwback. So, down on where I grew up in southeast Melbourne back in 70s, 80s. So, around about 82 or so, I was walking through Myers, a big department store, and there was a mum with a kid, 4 years old or so, and the kid wasn't really watching where she was going. And the mum said, "Watch out for the man." And I went, "Oh!" They called me a man because I was about 12, 13 at the time. And I thought, oh, I'm no longer a boy. I'm now a man. So anyway, go forward a couple of years. So the other day, I'm doing recycling bottles and cans and stuff down at, the local sort of machine. Feed them in. And I'm getting stuff out of the car, carrying empty boxes of bottles. And there's two youths on BMXs and stuff. And one of them is like popping a mono as he's like pedaling along. And the other kid called out, "Watch out for the old man." And I'm not happy about that. So for me, they're bookends of my life, if that makes sense.
So you immediately walked over and kicked him off his bike, did you?
It's now my bike.
That's brilliant.
Is it though?
Old man.
In one way, yes, but in another way, I feel your pain.
Yeah. Age is but a number. That's my new take on it. So I don't care what Mikey says.
Not my fault you're old as fuck.
Wizened is the word you're looking for.
Isn't it? What, somebody peed on you?
Old and wizened. I am wise.
Tim says, I used to knock off work on a Friday. The drive to Cerberus.
You said that.
Westport. Oh, yeah.
And you say I'm old.
And he struggled with
I'm
the word
tired.
Cerberus twice now.
Yeah.
Dieter says, in Dutch we say kilometer breedte, or an asphalt gobbler. That sounds so wrong. I love to drive and love to do distances. Oh, dear. Sounds so wrong. He said, Gary G3 says, John M, no. Hyundai i30 hatch turbo. Chase the P-platers. Ha 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 ha. Family home is 100 meters from White Sands Beach.
Nice. Nice. Twice, like to Melbourne and back, it must be bloody good pizza. You know, long way to travel.
Dieter says, funny thing, been 4 times to our coast, and closest I got with near to the beach was 3 streets away. I can see the estuary from my house. It's at the bottom of the road. Dieter says, near saw more beach than me. AD's in. He says, good day, you mad lot. Hello, AD.
Hello, AD.
Ready.
Ready?
Funny enough, Kay was asking if we'd heard off you the other day. She was wondering how you were. She said, who's the big guy that works on the cranes? I said, AD, why?
He's not a big guy anymore. He's a
No,
shadow.
you're
of
looking
his
very
former
fit.
self.
Yeah.
He's
He'll
toned
be wearing a
down,
shirt and tie.
muscular.
Well done, Eddie. You're looking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those,
I mean, it's a
you
shame
put those
about the face,
pictures-
like, but yeah.
Put the pictures up the other day of you stood in front of the cab of the lorry when you were driving, and you
Yeah.
now, and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's an inspiration, that is.
Oh, I weighed myself the other day. I've lost half a stone since my diabetes review last month,
Ooh.
which means
Very
I've lost
good.
2.5 stone.
Ooh. I haven't.
Dieter says he's adding Marley's tangents to the bingo options. G3 says, worst road I found was the M25 ring road around London. Bank holiday weekends, nightmare. I got
Any
chased.
time of the day, it is known as the M25 car park.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that is pretty much the worst.
It's not so bad.
2 weeks ago.
Like, you know, for me, I knew where we were and where to get off. But you know, it was fine.
You just followed the big silver Gazomi bird.
Timmy says, John, get off my lawn, Marley. Oh, yeah, you could be Clint Eastwood in
Oh, I know
Torino.
the one. Yeah, Gran Torino.
Torino.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Robert says, I'm going to live forever, even if it kills me trying.
I've
Joe
got
says,
that.
oh, thanks for reminding me, John. Later this morning, taking me cycling to a place called Half Glass Full. Recycle bottles to sand to build up marsh. Ah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
AD says, been very busy with overtime. Well, to make up for it, AD, you can make sure you
He's
hit
got-
that like button underneath.
He's got to pay for those holidays.
Yeah. And that fake tan. Duke says, did you miss me?
We always miss you, Duke.
Yeah. Right. How we miss a guy stood there filming people as they sleep, I don't know. But
Yeah. This Krankenpanzer, when you actually get the wheels on, really does pop, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful
Big
kit.
difference.
Loved it.
Yeah. I just got the all the wheels on. And yeah. I'm quite liking it now. Well, I liked it all the time.
Dieter says, yeah, hide Imperial Stormtroopers to be sure I do, Duke. Very good.
The sun's come out in Telford now.
Oh.
It's a bit cloudy this morning. I had to take the dog for a walk this morning because Marion's decorating downstairs with Kerry Ann, hence I'm up here. So I said, I'll take the dog for a walk for you today. And it looked a bit chilly compared to the last few days.
Yeah.
So you went and stood round the corner for half an hour and then walked back.
Put me long trousers on, put me hoodie on, and it was quite warm, actually.
That's one of the advantages of doing exercise.
Well, that was my exercise. I walked with Marion and the dog 6 days out of 7 last week.
Well done. That's where that went.
Well done. Oh, I haven't done exercise today. I'm a naughty boy.
The only reason I couldn't do the other one was a timing issue. I forget where we had to be. We had to be somewhere. I had to do something.
Oh, get in there. Come on.
I had to make my own mix-up this morning for the secret project.
Like making your own mick. You mean you had to wear a fake beard?
No.
No, the other Mick.
I had to.
Oh,
I had to mix. I needed to make a matte yellow brown.
Ah, you're doing it diarrhea coloured.
No, because it's not actually brown at all, and I didn't actually use brown to do it. To get the color I wanted, I just used AK Interactive 3G yellow and their what was it called? Insignia white.
Oh yeah.
Because it really is the color I needed. Color I needed.
So do you think he misheard you, Mikey? It's any model in a diorama. Diorama.
Not diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I do miss you
Do
guys.
you know what? He hasn't spoke all episode, and then he comes out with that.
Oh, Waitrose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's there hovering in the background in true rock ape style,
I'll say very little.
dreaming of the days he did his 5 mile a death.
Yeah. I'm wondering why he had to do the 2 extra miles when he only goes 3 miles outside the wire.
There's not a naffy to be seen out here, he said.
Yeah. Not a naffy to be protected.
Yeah. Naffy.
someone's got to do it.
Yep.
Tough
That's
job.
what he did. That's what he did in the Falklands, wasn't it, Gary? He led the attack on the Naffy.
Well, we were mainly sort of hunting for supplies on the West Falklands, just one because we'd heard the Argentinians like their coffee. So I thought, well, maybe we're going to get some decent coffee. But
Bloody decent steaks, I know that.
well, yeah, but my one memory of I'm going to Cologne in a couple of weeks, and I've only been there once before when I was working for Minolta, the camera company. We went there for the Photokina exhibition. So it's massive, huge exhibition of by all the photography companies. And one of my abiding memory of there was the El Gaucho Steakhouse, Argentinian steakhouse, where basically they served you steak and salad, and that was it. There wasn't a menu. You went in, they said, table for how many? Table for 4? Right, that's 4 steaks and 2 salads then, and loads of beer. It was brilliant.
Wow.
It's really good food.
Nice.
But they're not there really anymore, sadly. That was like, I don't know, 34, 35 years ago, 40 years ago.
Yeah, and he did kind of wipe them all off the island.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a bit of a grudge. Don't know why. Can't take a joke. Shouldn't have joined.
Yeah.
They started it.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
did.
And now that we've pissed off our Argentinian viewers, Duke
Yeah, what
says
other
I
continents
started
can
the
we-
start model yesterday. What, John?
What other nationalities can I get into tonight?
I don't know. Ask your wife. Is she any good at accents?
Probably. Oh, that was close.
Duke says I started the starter set model yesterday. Excellent.
Man,
Duke says ha 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 Hagrid. Dieter says 95 stars down, still on top side of the F16 and one side of the tail. Yeah. G3 says, having ridden and driven Sydney to Perth, 4,200 clicks each way, 4.5 days, by jet, 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, I've not done that.
Not my idea of fun.
The Nullarbor. Which
For
is
me-
the name of that desert down there, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah. For me, going to the scale modeling shop that I go to, which is in Sandycroft. No, Saltney. Saltney. Say Saltney or Sandycroft.
Saltney.
Saltney.
Yeah. Saltney. Yeah. Which isn't that far. It's literally about 25, 30 minutes away from me. That to me is like a long drive. And when I get home, I just have to go to sleep. My body just can't take it anymore.
Okay.
It's crying out, I can't take it anymore.
I did enjoy the drive down to Telford, though. That was fun.
It's not a bad drive down there.
Yeah, I haven't
for
driven
you.
down. Telford for a while. Yeah, not for you with no license.
Well, that's right. I can walk it.
Yeah. At least
Yeah.
next time I'll know that if you go to Greg's, you have to ask for a hot sausage roll.
And that there is
Yeah.
a bar at Telford.
And there's a bloody bar at Telford.
Yes, hot sausage roll.
2027, John finally gets a hot sausage roll.
Yeah.
Don't believe you went to Greg's.
Well, when in Rome.
What?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't come out of Telford wearing trackies and all sorts.
Hey,
With Burberry cap on backwards.
this is why one of the reasons I hate rubber band tracks.
Why? Because they make John
Oh,
wear
laugh.
trackies, chap hats.
No, because I can never get them to bloody go on properly.
Ah,
I
okay.
just
So
used
the
to-
way I did it. Oh well, the thing I struggled with, Gary,
Yes.
you know, for
Reality.
me, is getting the
Why?
track around the driving wheel.
That's exactly the trouble I'm having at the moment.
Yeah,
I took the drive wheel off.
I used. Yeah, we could take it off. Yes, I did
Yeah, I
not.
was just
Eventually, sort of squeeze it on and around, but yeah, to get the ends of the tracks together, because one's like, you know, I guess you call it tab A into slot B.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
fill slot B up with a 2-part epoxy araldite and just let it sit on its own weight overnight.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting around a driving wheel is not that much fun because the driving wheel does not turn.
No, it doesn't. But it locks in there, doesn't it?
Sure
See,
does.
I
Right
struggle
on. Okay.
with super glue. I struggled, but I use UV resin.
Oh,
So
right.
put some super glue on it, and then use a spot of UV resin to hold it whilst the super glue sets.
I haven't got any of that
How have you not got UV resin? It's so useful.
because I don't use it.
That's because you haven't got it.
I don't have
It's
a
great
use
for
for it.
joining stuff. G3 says Sydney to Jarvis Bay, 212 clicks, 3 hours. Solved from west to east, 3 hours, 78 Ks.
Well, there you go. Jarvis Bay, it's a beautiful area down there. Well, that's for sure.
Duke says 2027. John turns up at Telford to find out what the government has banned alcohol from scale model shows the day before. That would not surprise me.
Bastards.
Yeah.
That would not surprise me.
Yes, because you're having too much of a good time.
We're going to ban it.
Now then now. So
It's
I
not
have. Look,
environmentally friendly. Ban it.
let me get this behind my plane. You can see how much rigging.
Oh shit!
I don't know. Can you zoom in on that for a moment?
No.
How much of a hot mess all that I've got? Like it's a spider web of easy line everywhere. I've got. Yeah. So,
Now you know why I don't do wooden ships.
so I've just done the tail. Well, you could sort of. I don't know if you could see. Probably not. Either way, there's what 6, 7 lots around the tail, but yeah, there's it's a lot. So this is why I had to take the top wing off just to put that in place. And it's taken that long to do the tail. Now I need to do the rest of the wings. I'm wondering where to start first. I think I'll do the cabanes. Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, it's tricky.
Tricky.
Gary.
But-
All right. It's been a while.
Is that a song? Is it?
Yeah.
Could have fooled
Well,
me.
you know. Yeah. Jim says Gary and Mikey could make an Albert and Costello routine out of the UV resin conversation. You know, I was watching the video that me and Gary did at Telford, and it's so
Bit
funny.
Who's on first?
Yeah. But yeah. I still find that Telford video really funny for some reason. It's amusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good laugh. It was a bit of silliness.
Yeah.
A bit of silliness after a particularly difficult morning.
Yes. Ooh. Okay. And then Ian says Gary sings the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Well, we've got one of those on our gas cooker, the igniter.
Mm.
When you press the igniter, it just goes.
Yeah.
And it's just the right speed for the beginning of that song. So every time Marion puts the cooker on or something, if Kerry Ann's here, she starts singing that. So we've got a Beastie Boys cooker.
Well,
Apparently
I can
Dr.
get that out of it. Hey, sorry,
Dr. Feelgood
Mike.
1961 has just subscribed.
Dr. Feelgood. Milk and alcohol.
It's a Motley Crue song.
I don't know.
Dr. Feelgood? Oh, it wasn't Dr. Feelgood that did milk and alcohol, was it? I can't remember.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's no good. So I'll get on to. I think I'll get on to Monique at Icky Sticky tomorrow. God, that sounds bad, doesn't it?
Nothing worse than what normally you say.
Mm.
Rearrange
So as I
those
mentioned-
words to get a
That
coherent
was the
sentence.
world's worst English.
Yeah, I did say just rearrange those words to get a coherent sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, these little PCB drill bits, I break them all the time. So
Yeah.
what you splurge a bit and buy sets of 10 of 0.4, 0.6. You can get them from 0.1 up to, I think 2 mil.
Yeah.
They're about 11, 12, I think about 12 Australian dollars. So what's that, £6 each? And it still lasts me 2 years so far for one set. The smallest ones, as I say, I've just broken the last of the 0.4s. But I'll get this done. But this is looking nice. It's just, it's just a bit fiddly, but that's fine. It's why I wanted to do it. But there's no rigging on the Victor.
No.
No. No, sir.
Lots of photo etch because I'm an idiot.
Um,
Funny enough, there was no rigging on the Model T.
no.
That
Kevin
was
says,
another
"Good day,
lovely
everyone. Sorry, I wasn't on last week. Had kidney stones. Ooh,
Oh,
Nasty.
I hope that's past.
Mm.
Let's just say we hope you haven't got them anymore.
Hmm.
yes.
I hope you're feeling better, Kevin, because I've not
Yeah.
had them, but that does sound terrible.
I remember when I was doing, because part of being a first responder was each year you had to do at least one day, full day's work on a regular ambulance crew,
Yeah.
and we went to a call, and this guy was just sat in the armchair crying. He's in his 40s or something. I'm like, "What's the matter? What's happened?" And he went, "There's blood everywhere." I'm like, "Right." He said, I went for a pee, and then I just felt this really bad pain. Heard something go ping in the toilet, and there's blood everywhere. And we looked in the bathroom, and there's blood all over the toilet, up the wall, and everything. He'd passed a stone that big, he had torn his urethra open.
No.
Can you stop talking about it now, please?
All we could do was tell him to hold a bandage against it, and then we transported him to hospital.
God.
I just tried to keep him talking whilst he's there bleeding.
Ugh.
We then got called to an old lady
Oh God!
who hadn't. This is at 3:00 in the afternoon. Who hadn't stopped singing for 6 hours straight.
Singing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary.
She hadn't. She could not stop singing, no matter what they did.
She's not coming on this show.
It turned out we took her, put her in the ambulance, and I said to my mate who's paramedic, I said, "I wonder if she takes requests." And my mate laughed and went, "Look, seriously, if I make a request for a song and she changes to that song, we know she's understanding what we're saying. We can use it as a way of communicating with her." And we tried it, and it worked.
So she
So
started
we're
singing like a virgin, did she?
Well, it's stuff like that. So if we wanted to ask a question, we'd say, "If it's this, sing this song. If it's this, sing this song."
Oh, right, yeah.
And she would change to whatever song was the answer. And it turned out she had steroid-induced psychosis.
Oh, I love that band.
So she'd been put on steroids, and they'd had an adverse reaction to them.
Yeah.
And
I
it
didn't
made
like
it
a lot
so-
of their early stuff, John.
Yeah, all the early stuff, yeah. Before they sold out.
Oh, and Benji doesn't like them either.
Not a fan.
No, he's not a fan. Benj.
Dieter says, "Ouch, hope you're doing better, Kevin."
Yeah, after that horrible story from Mikey, I hope they have gone and you haven't got that joy to look forward to.
Yeah.
That would
Duke
have put
says,
him
"John,
right.
do you use turnbuckles or just glue them in the right places?"
I just glue them in the right places. I've never used turnbuckles. Even looking at larger scale ones, so 30-second ones, reading the instructions, which I've not built for a Wingnut Wings kit, they say you can use turnbuckles if you like, but admittedly, even at this scale, you won't see them.
Can I just clarify? When John says he glues them in the right places, he glues them in what he considers to be the right place.
Okay, 3 goats. It was 3 goats, okay? Just 3.
Peter says, "Lads and lasses, have a nice day, evening, night. Go and do some home chores as I am seeing stars in the wrong way. See you on Discord tomorrow. P.S. Still working from home."
All right,
Cheers, buddy.
Hagrid, take it easy, my mate.
Jim says, "Oh my, hope you're feeling better, Kevin."
Yes.
Because
Has Kevin come back?
Tiff says, "Has anyone else noticed there's no Julian?"
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't see him on
true.
Discord this morning either.
No, I haven't.
Hope he's all right.
Yeah, especially with his recent amount of falls.
Yeah.
It's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Hmm.
G3 says, had a request from some staff members here. Gelly C, please tell name Kgaz. Apparently, G3 in Southern Korean dialect means something a bit rude.
Okay.
It's the same. No, Chat GPT, right? We're familiar with the concept of it.
Yeah.
But in French, that is Chat GPT, which
means...
is also cat. I've just farted. Chat GPT is cat. I've just farted.
Yeah.
Chat GPT
Right.
is cat. I've just. So all these people are going, cat. I've just farted. Please draw me a picture of this.
Of a cat farting.
I thought that's just my gift to you for the day.
Thank you
Wow.
so much, Gary.
That's like I was saying the other day. My sister's name, Shan. So everyone used to call her Shani. But Shani, nobody realised that Shani is Welsh for literal translation as female genitals.
Well,
She was not amused when I told her.
I think we've all been called that, but we'll draw a veil.
Yeah, draw a veil over that, please.
You may have been in the RAF regiment, but we weren't. Jim says, Tiffany, yes, I noticed earlier Julian wasn't in the chat.
Yeah.
Robert says, PCB drills, nightmare flashback, spent years drilling circuit boards, and if one broke mid-pass. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pain in the ass. I'm thinking about going back to tungsten ones, but, you know, they work.
Kevin says he hasn't passed it yet. Ooh.
Ooh.
I do apologise for the.
You may not want to try and pass it now.
I'm going to say.
Well, you'd better out than in. Let's admit that.
Yeah. Depends how it's coming out, really, doesn't it? Gary says, where is the merchandise store you mentioned? Cannot find the select tab.
Right, give me a minute and I will put it in
Yes.
the chat.
Modders will put it in chat. Because I don't have enough subscribers to put it on the actual channel. So we've just got to share the link.
Share the link. Not the love. Share the link.
There's 44 designs on there now.
Crikey.
I quite enjoy doing them. Ian says, I was about to ask the same, Tiff. David says, I had a stone in the gallbladder and I've never felt pain like it. 3 weeks later, they took the gallbladder out.
Oh.
Yeah, I had mine taken out and some of the worst pain imaginable. They basically say it's like having a heart attack in the wrong place.
No, that sounds awful. Well, I hope on behalf of everyone here, feel better soon, mate. Yeah. That sounds terrible.
Hope your balls don't explode.
And if they do, put on YouTube. Otherwise, it didn't happen.
Yeah. If you hear a pop in the night. Jim says, wasn't there a singer named Urethra Franklin?
Yeah, and a band called Urethra Heap. Oh, and a
just
character in a
making a
Charles
piss
Dickens
now.
novel.
Dieter says, yeah, and a nutcase that only sings in a particular supermarket chain franchise, Little Richard. That's Gary's alter ego.
Hey, I tell you what, they're building a little just around the corner from us.
Ooh, we've got one in our town.
We've got several in Telford, but they're building another one. Come on.
Dieter says, why am I seeing that icon of a crown and number 2 added next to my name? See, Jim and Tiff has a number 3 and Gary number 1. It's because YouTube have introduced the thing where you earn XP points the more you comment and things.
Yes.
Yes. It did
And
cause a little bit of
chaos.
Yes, chaos is probably the best word. Right, I've finally got that on.
To be fair, it was funny though.
Really? You thought that was funny?
Well, it did work as well because we had 40 more comments than normal.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I think it was the excitement of something new.
Yeah. Now nobody cares.
yeah.
We
Now
do.
nobody loves us.
Oh,
Tiff has put the link to the merch store up. There
yes.
we go. David says, Tiff, yes, it was so bad I was curled up on the floor trying to phone an ambulance. Wife was not impressed. I left her in bed. Why, did she want to join you?
Yeah. Well, I phoned an ambulance once and I refused to again after that. I'd have rather made my own way to hospital. Because I called them. The woman kept asking if I was pregnant, despite me telling her no, I can't have kids. And then they were supposed to take me to the urgent care, which is about a 20-minute walk from where I was living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't. They made me walk it at 3:00 in the morning.
It's all right. The NHS now, we get asked if we're pregnant three or four times and all. Well, they believe us. Robert says, I love things in one language that sound like something else in a different language. Now trying to find accented letters.
These rubber band tracks are quite loose fitting, aren't they, on this?
Yeah, I cut a link or two off.
Oh, God. I'm not doing that.
One you'd like, Robert, is cachen, which is cake in Welsh, I think. I
Cake.
remember.
Like cake.
Pretty sure that's it. It's hard work trying to remember stuff from school. Yeah, cachen. I was right. It's cake. It's not a word I have to use very often because I don't eat cake. Dieter says, "Oh bugger, means I'm a stalker of the channel. Creepy." Yeah. Did you just fart, Mal?
No. Oh, you'll know
like
if I fart. I could do it.
It would be like the buglers of the apocalypse.
Green mist.
Yeah,
Like
according
the
to the
Viking
missus.
war horn.
You'll know.
Duke says it's a new competition, Hagrid. Yeah. Dieter says, "Oh, Julian, come out and stalk with me, please." Robert says, "Ressus arrête." Don't know what that means. Jim says, "Thank you, Dieter. I had noticed that I've been crowned." Robert says, "Ballets are bat loops." And Shegar is sweet. SO for you.
Yeah.
Dieter says, "Yep, makes me Duke, then Bronze." Okay. Duke says, "I was the first number one of this new competition last week, Hagrid." Mwahaha. Dieter says, "Well off now. Take care, little ones. Speak for yourself." Robert says, "Now find French meaning and English sound." Gary says, "Thanks, Gary Stuff. Sapanagi. A friendly burden is Shingun Padam. Argue amongst yourselves as to who is who." I don't know.
None of my friends are burdens.
Oh, I don't know. John's a bit of a wild one sometimes.
I was just thinking I had a bit of side eye then. I was right.
I've only gone and got my tracks on
Ooh,
without them pinging off, and I used super glue to stick the two bits together. So resin schmezin is what I say.
this is where he puts it down, they ping open.
Wouldn't tell you if they did. Right.
Already then.
Oh, I do love it when a plan comes together. So that's just going to need a gloss coat on it and some decaling and weathering.
Duke says, John, don't start singing Who Made Who.
Oh. Bit of Akadaka.
Or who's on first?
That's what she said.
Mikey.
Oh, I could just see Tiff's hand hovering over the red button there. Cut Mikey off from his own stream.
Why? I've not done anything wrong, have I?
Well, you've got to know Mikey from Tiff.
Shocked and stunned she was. Shocked and stunned.
As opposed to being
Pitiful.
stunned and shocked. Right. Time to have a look. Have a look at the instructions for this little beauty. Prepare myself for the build. I suppose I should get the big boy out of the box and all and have a look at that. That sounds awful, doesn't it?
Nothing to see here.
Did not sound right. And one of those moments when you say something and you know as soon as you start saying it, you should stop, but you can't.
Because it's already halfway out of your mouth. Don't twist that.
I play John.
74.
Children, a lot of yous.
I mean, hi.
So that's the stage at which I've got to decide whether I'm doing it wings up, wings folded, or wings not folded.
I'm doing my Sea Fury with the wings folded.
Ooh.
Just because I've never done one with folded wings before.
Yeah, I've not decided.
Robert says there was a plan. And Duke says, oh, that's right. I have to discourage John from singing. Oops, surface.
Discourage. Discourage.
Hmm.
You all sound like Minecraft characters.
I wouldn't know.
What the hell?
I still haven't made my mind up, even having looked at the instructions.
Well, if you can't make your mind up after looking at the instructions, you're buggered, aren't you? Really, if you think about it.
Oh, it's got an engine.
What's the engine like on it?
No, he's built it. What's the engine like on the Sea Fury, Mal?
It's just the front of it, I believe.
Oh, is it?
You don't see it anyway when you've
No,
got the profile.
No, yeah, that's right.
There's note to be seen.
Don't tell Gary that. He just won't bother with it.
I think you need it to. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I think.
Yes.
Excuse
Like
me
his
while I
beer
just-
barrel Spitfire.
excuse me while I whip this big boy out.
Ooh,
Oh dear goodness!
Oh my god!
Like teaching the
What?
second form.
yeah. Duke says, Gary, you still haven't found what you're looking for.
Which Gary? This
Alright.
Gary? If it's this
Tim.
Gary, that. Go on.
Tim says he did his folded. He loved it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Oh God, I don't like these instructions at all.
Go on, Gary. Let's have a look at the Revel Big Boy kit.
He looks in shock.
Down a bit. There you go. Nice. Has he got enough wheels for?
I'm just going to have a quick look at the plastic, and then I'm going to put it away till Thursday. But
You were doing a kit review of it, weren't you?
I still might be. If I am, I'm doing it on Wednesday. Oh, it's a bit flashy. Anyway, more on that on the review.
Mm,
Look at the size of that bugger.
that's what she said. Yeah, then you got the tender to go behind it as well.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And the track's even longer.
Yeah, got the track. 2 pieces of track.
Mm.
Yes.
Duke says, you can fold yours. There's no way I can fold mine.
Well, yeah, I don't know whether I'll fold it or not. I'm going to make that decision by Friday.
Gary says you can fit simple hinges to make the wings fold. There we go.
Yeah.
Very good.
Ooh. I don't know where I'm going with this model.
Straight to the pool room.
Don't know.
For a model that's only got 87 parts, the instructions are extremely complicated.
They're not great, are they?
Oh, and
Speaking of complicated instructions, your mate Greg Phillips on YouTube, Gary. Greg's Models.
All right.
He's got a new build out. It's a Handley Page 0400, an old Airfix one from the 60s. What a
Nice.
sterling job he's done.
Very nice.
that's the big biplane bomber thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people in chat haven't seen Greg's Models on YouTube, he's worth a look. He's a stunning builder, and he does his videos in a way that he's sort of like, let's see how this goes, and then magic happens. It's just incredible to watch. Makes us all want to go out and go fishing instead or something or other.
5 minutes.
You do know I'm still here, don't you?
Yeah.
Still in the room.
Hey, I think, Mikey, we might be out of time.
Yeah, we've got 5 minutes left.
Okay.
That's it. Change the subject. That's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely grand. You know, you used to like me, but no, that's fine. That's cool. That's
No.
cool.
We
That's
love
all right.
you, Gary. We still love you.
Yeah, right.
I do. He's a bastard. Jim says, got things to do. Take care, all. Seeing you.
Cheers, Jim.
Cheers, Jim.
Cheers, Jim.
The nature of YouTube.
Ian says, ladies, Jim. Tish put a link into a sausage roll place or something.
That's the Greg's models.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Ah, did it model sausage rolls?
No.
Only
Look at this.
ask
This
for
one is
hot
lovely. This is what a hot sausage roll looks like. Guy says,
wouldn't
cheers,
know.
guys. You wouldn't know what a bar looks like either, apparently. Gary says, cheers, guys. No signal lost this time. And young.
Wouldn't it be funny if he says no signal loss? It's annoying that he had to watch a whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
it's kind of how I read that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes. Our simple fool
Because
friend.
I'm nice like that.
Well, are you?
Gary, we've got a live stream tomorrow, haven't
Yep, tomorrow night.
Ooh.
We have indeed.
we?
Every time you say that, I have bloody panic attacks. One live stream.
Last one for a while.
Well,
The other Gary.
yeah, we've
Because there's
got.
not going to be any. There's not going to be any in June, so last one for a while.
Is that why you're captaining your ship down the canals of
Various
the
rivers of Central
waterways
Europe.
of Europe? Yeah.
We are. Yeah.
We know this scale modeling twins is upside down on this as well. On the banner.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Good.
earlier.
I've never changed it.
Mhm.
Oh,
Have you not
never
seen it, John?
changed it. Well, I must have. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hit it
He must
at
have.
2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12.
So yeah, tomorrow we are back at 12 o'clock, me and Tiff, doing the motorbike build. That reminds me, I've got to spray that fuel tank.
I should be at my face-to-face session.
Yes. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, me and Waitrose have got the live stream over on his channel.
Mhm.
So make sure to go check that out.
I should be asleep by then.
Because you can win yourself a kit.
You can.
Yeah.
And no one knows what it'll be.
Oh,
No.
suddenly.
It's a mystery box.
Mm.
Yes. Duke says, as soon as you guys are finished, I will now go back and watch from the start. Just make sure you re-like it. Robert says, results of Franglay's conundrum. Barber stop the Tsar's glets. Is fighting wolves get to the station quickly and shut your eyes. Okay. Or English sounds, roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. Ah, okay.
Well, roses are red, violets are blue. Most rhymes rhyme, but this one doesn't.
Very good. Right. Yes. Me and Models back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Ryan and Gary at 8 o'clock. Off Wednesday. Thursday, back at 12 o'clock with the
Big boy.
Yeah. And Friday, we have the Sea Fury.
Sea Fury. Oh,
Yeah, with them two. Over that end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sea Fury.
Yeah.
4 of us are doing different versions from what I understand.
Yes.
Ah,
Gary's doing a very small one.
Better start on mine
okay.
because of the lack of time.
oh yeah, you're going to be,
But
fair
anyway,
enough, Nick.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go. Going together very
Enjoy.
nicely so far.
Good. Nice to hear.
Excellent. Right.
Right.
So see you all tomorrow, everyone.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody. Bye-bye.